Time for it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody
Hey
doing? We
y'all.
are the Amerime Junkies. Starting off with this strapping young man to my left.
Yo, hey everybody. Uh, Demon Engine here. How are you guys doing? Forgive me. It's taking me a while to fire off one arm pistons, but let's introduce, the queen herself.
Hmm.
Hey y'all. Hi guys. It's your girl Queen Nick here. Hashtag Queen Nick. Hashtag Shop Tea Fire. 17fire.company. That's 17fire.company. I'm actually thinking about changing the domain, you guys, and shortening that to like serpentinefire.co. I already bought it, but I just haven't changed it yet. Do you think that would be a good idea?
And don't forget Real Talk with Queen Neek.
Oh yeah. Tonight at 9 p.m. tonight, join us live on my platform at www.queennick.art.
And of course, I'm Corey Salts True Floyd. We are the Amerime Junkies. And today we're going to be talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
The Falcon and
Lovely.
Captain America. Oh no, Captain America and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Real smooth, real smooth.
Look. Fuck off. Right?
Sam still,
um,
even though Sam was like a main character, he definitely still felt like a side character. He was giving side character vibes, charactery
Because he was a
vibes.
side
Yeah.
character. That's because he was a side character. The real character was racist.
Ooh, just
yeah,
jumping
but today
right
we're
in
going to be
there.
Today we're going to be discussing the series that just ended on last week on Disney Plus. It was 6 episodes. I hope you guys were everyone watched it because we're going to be talking about it today. So if this episode is not for you, I suggest you check out our last episode with Critical Shot Studio, which is of course available on all of our podcasting platforms.
Wherever you listen to
But meanwhile,
podcasts.
back at the ranch,
I love the back of the ranch.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the show literally starts off sometime after the blip, and it doesn't recognize anything that's happened in WandaVision, so we're not sure where exactly it sits in the timeline.
It
So
probably is right after Steve gave him the shield.
I'd like to think that as well. I can't really argue that. What do you think, Engine?
Uh, mm, Probably. It might actually, be during the same time. She was off holding America hostage without anyone really knowing. So
I don't know if you call
Hey,
all
hey,
of it
hey, no
America. It's
spoilers. No
just New
spoilers,
correct,
Jersey.
guys. I
correct.
didn't watch it.
She was
I
holding
might
New
actually
Jersey.
watch it.
You
So
should have been watched it. The fuck.
don't judge me, okay? I'm busy. I do stuff.
Any any hue. Uh, Sam got the shield, so we were kind of expecting him to just pick up the mantle and be the new Captain America. But
No. Not all of us were expecting that shit because I surely was not. Mm-mm.
I
It
mean,
just
I
didn't.
was.
Like I understand what he said, why he said what he said when he said it felt like this belongs to someone else. This is not mine because at the end of the day, let's be real, he's a black man. Like really, Stars and Stripes for real? Really, the same motherfucker that actually subject? Like really, we really want to go? Like come on, guys. I'm sorry to sound like Mr. Dr. Umar Johnson, but niggas, come on.
Look, at the end of the day, we built and bled. We built, fought, and bled for this country. This is very much our country as well as anyone else's.
I'm not
It really
debating
don't
that
matter.
part. I'm not debating that part at all. What I'm debating is prancing around like a goddamn mascot for these motherfuckers. No.
because
Why am I still?
that's exactly what they originally wanted for Steve, and
That's what they did
subsequently
with John Walker.
that's what they did with John Walker, who let me say it right now, he was beautifully played by Wyatt Russell. I I I liked his portrayal. I hate the character, but I love the actor. There's a big difference, everybody.
I didn't like his
The big
character at
distance.
all.
Can
Very
we please stop?
egotistical, very much screaming like pure definition of white male privilege. Um,
Well, the character, I mean, that's exactly kind of what the character was. So it was on. It was
on
accurate.
brand, I guess. On brand, yeah. I
Yeah.
just like, yeah, like, and then on top of that, the fact that you did not have any faith in this black man and his ability to do what he does, because he's a fucking Avenger. You are not, sir. And for him to just kind of like try and take over, and then the shit go wrong, and now you're like, spoiler alert, you're being
Oh,
sent this way.
before we even get to that part though, what pissed me off was it was like, yo, it was like what 2 days later after he donated the shield to the museum.
2 days
I mean,
later.
they didn't even wait. They were like, "Oh, word, got it, got it." And I'm
Like
sure the U.S. government was like, "You know that actually belongs to us, right?" Which it
it,
doesn't.
re- it
It
really
doesn't.
doesn't,
But that
It
that's
belongs to
that's what.
Wakanda,
but they
and that was
allow it.
another thing. The Dora Milaje is like, "Yo, that, yo, yo." I was so here for that because I felt like somebody needed to kick his ass and shut him the fuck up because he just like the ego was just doing too much for me.
I was so confused by him because I was like, you're very arrogant for a guy who catches a lot of L's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you be so arrogant and you just got here? Like, you literally just got here and you already like, no, it's not.
That sounds
No,
like the average American though. Very
Yeah,
very cocky and ego to be catching all the males.
yeah, and
yeah,
like the way they rolled up on Sam and Bucky, it was like, hey man, we should all team up. It was like, we don't know
we
you,
don't
man.
need. We don't even need you. You don't have
Shut it.
superpowers. Bye.
It was like we don't. It was pretty much shut up, Meg.
Right. Like, you don't even have superpowers. Bye. You're like
Like
literally the Batman of Marvel right now. Get out of here.
like like when the Black Bull said his name was Battlestar, he was like, wait, Battlestar, I'm out. He's like, nah, I'm not doing
Right.
this.
No, I know, right? Like, fucking Bucky was like, I draw the line of Battlestar. Now, my question is this though: could that have been just related to when he was playing Battlestar against that girl that he liked?
Ooh, that's a good.
Because remember when
I
they were
mean,
playing or whatever, as soon as she started talking about the old man, after since losing his
they were
son, that's
playing
when he became
Battleship though.
uncomfortable. Whatever,
Yeah,
tomato
but
tomato.
but but actually, that's a great point to bring up though, because in those first couple episodes, we definitely had to we had to they had to address Bucky because I mean his history is messed up.
Not any
It
worse
will.
than Isaiah Bradley. Not worse than Isaiah Bradley. I'm
I
really pissed off at that one. I'm
hold
really
on. Wait,
mad.
wait. We'll get to. Hold on. We'll jump to that in a moment. I
You
want
gonna stop
because
holding? You gonna stop
Isaiah.
putting me on hold, damn it.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just. You're jumping. You're jumping very forward, and I'm all for it. I'm just like hold. Let because I
All right, fine, fine, fine. From episode one to
no
two.
because no because we can. I mean, I want to do a compare and contrast between the two right now because I'm
Hmm.
like now Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah Bradley. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm. Go ahead. Take
First
Isaiah's.
Black Super Soldier. First Black Super Soldier. But well before Steve Rogers became a fucking thing. That was when they figured out how it worked.
Well,
Which
that
means,
was why he was on ice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it while he was
Mm-mm-mm.
on ice?
Yes.
Well, I find it interesting that they kind of like made it sound similar to the Tuskegee experiments, where they told them that they were giving them a certain
hmm
type of medicine or whatever the case was, and
They.
um, and it wasn't what they said it was. was something else, and so I find that to be very interesting.
Well, no, that was actually right on the button. That was actually right on the button. I mean, I feel like they could have just rolled with it and said it was the Tuskegee experiments, but
True.
that might have
Nah,
put a
that might have been
weird
a little too
comic.
much because
Yeah, it might have.
they gave them the syphilis, so no,
Yeah.
they weren't trying to. They there would be more backlash for that, actually.
Oh, trust me, this show did receive a good amount of backlash. In in episode 2, where Sam actually got stopped by the cops.
That whole
Uh,
situation really bothered me because I don't like the fact that this is being normalized, like the profiling, and it took them a minute to realize who they were talking to,
What do
like
you
both of them. And I'm like, you
mean
telling me you don't see their faces on
being
TV?
normalized?
Well, what I'm saying is it's being normalized on screen.
What do you mean being? It's been normalized.
yeah, I mean it's been
Ain't
done on
doing nothing but.
television. It's been done on television quite some time now. For the last one I remember was actually Terry Crews' character on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and his character was actually a cop.
But that's also a comedy.
Eh, comedy drama, but yeah. But
Dramedy. Got it.
ironically,
Young, all of it
ironic,
imitates life.
but ironically, at that point, a lot of people say that the episode actually stopped being watched by a large portion of the audience.
Which is understandable because it's like, yo, I deal with black trauma on a day-to-day basis. I don't really like. Can we have something whereas we don't have to deal with black trauma? Like, goddamn.
But I
Can we have
mean,
fantasy?
the whole, I mean, a
I get
big
it
part of
though.
this story is
I get it.
addressing.
Which is why I get it. With like, I'm trying to figure out though. Oh wait, no, I'm not even gonna go there because that's way down the line. Never mind.
I
We'll
mean,
get to that.
and shoot, in the first episode, we realized that despite being an Avenger, he couldn't even get a business loan.
Honestly, I feel like they just went to the wrong bank.
I honestly think he should have just called Pepper Potts.
That too.
Called
I
Pepper
mean,
Potts and also told that guy to go fuck off when he asked for a selfie. It's like, really?
right. Well, here's the
Like,
thing. He denied them for the loan after he took the selfie,
Right.
oh no,
and then
oh
asked
no.
him to pose and do the wing. Like the entitlement. Mm. Ugh, ugh, ugh.
Now here's the crazy thing about Isaiah's Captain America. They took him to prison for the exact same thing Steve Rogers did in the first Captain America movie, to
Exactly.
the T.
Yep.
And it was just
Funny how
like,
that worked.
yeah,
Funny
but
how
I
that
ain't
worked, right?
laughing.
Right.
I ain't laughing.
Not at all. Definitely not a
Now on
laughing
the
matter.
now and what he did and what he endured was absolutely horrible. The experiments, the fact that they wouldn't even let him contact his wife. He couldn't even write her a letter.
She had to fake his death. She literally
They
had to
faked
fake his
his
death.
death.
Well, no, no, no. It was because of her that they faked his death. Now she died while he was still in prison, but she tried to get him out, and because she like my guess is she
Mm-mm-mm.
probably had connections or whatever, that she ended up dying before he got out, but they finally were able to get him out. They never said when she died. They just said she died before he got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So she probably died right before he got out of prison because she was the one that got him out. He said there was a nurse who faked my death, and she was that nurse.
Mm. I wonder who. Like, I wish I knew who the nurse was on the
She was the
low.
nurse. His wife was the nurse.
Is white. I didn't realize that part. I didn't think they actually said that. I must have missed that. I must have missed that clue. Sorry.
It was said in the dialogue. He said
Mm.
there was a nurse who took pity on me and faked my death, and you know this is her. Like that was my wife.
Hmm.
So, I mean, she did what she had to do. My guess is they probably killed her for it.
Hmm.
It's not unheard of. You know, he said himself.
Uh,
He was like, if you as soon as you marry me out, I'll be dead in less than a day. You know what I'm saying? I also feel
right.
like Bucky was being hella selfish. He was like I felt like that was like so very self centered of him to make the decision that Sam made, like of him to take the decision that Sam made about something that Sam was given and make it all about himself. Like that shit really pissed me off. I'm like, nigga, you is so super, super, super self centered right now. Like this had nothing to do with you at all, but you made it about you.
That's and on the other side of it, that's where the Winter Soldier definitely had a lot of fucked up shit going on in his mind. Because one he got a pardon from the government. Uh, because
Motherfucker not
literally,
grateful for his blessings. Like, yo,
hold
be grateful for
on,
what you
Yo,
got.
hold on.
he doesn't.
Jeez.
But that's the thing, he doesn't have anything.
He
Literally,
doesn't.
Excuse me, you have your freedom. Isaiah Bradley
Hold
was
on,
locked
hold on,
up for
hold on, hold on.
30
Just have.
years.
Okay,
Ni,
30
hold on.
years. He didn't
Nico,
get a pardon.
hold on, Nico. Hold on. Let me say
Go ahead.
let me say my piece. He really doesn't have anything. He's literally riddled by the nightmares of his past, things he literally had no control over, and now he's thinking he's making amends by trying to fix and undo things that the Winter Soldier has done. His thought process is very limited. Like he literally it's
So what the hell
it's
did he do in Wakanda other than get a robotic arm?
well
That's
they
what all
did.
I'm saying. Because they clearly were talking to him. They clearly liked him. And T'Challa clearly showed him some type of grace and had to have been talking to this man. My
Yeah,
question
but
is, you learned
oh,
nothing the entire time you were in Wakanda? Like,
well, you also notice that a lot of the time in Wakanda, it looked like he also lived by himself.
He was by himself majority of the time in Wakanda. He was
Now
by himself.
they did free his mind from that Manchurian candidate stuff, saying the words, and all of a sudden he becomes a drone. I mean, he he's right now, for the most part, he's still a prisoner in his own mind. And one of the great details I noticed about it, and I literally went back and watched the Winter Soldier to make analysis. The Winter Soldier always used his bionic hand as his strong hand because it was. Bucky did not like using his bionic hand. Almost everything he did with his right hand.
yeah, because he's right-handed. He said that.
No, he's
He
not right-handed. He just
That's
refused
what
to
he
recognize.
said. No, that's
Hmm.
literally what he said. He said sometimes I forget it's there because I'm right-handed. He said that.
And the Winter Soldier is, I guess, is left-handed then.
More than likely, or he was just trained that way to, you know.
But as the show went on, he started embracing himself and started using his left hand more.
I mean, yeah, to keep from, sudden death. I'm pretty sure that's just like a
Not just
natural
sudden death,
reaction.
but not just sudden death, but just in everyday stuff. Like he saw Sam was having trouble on the boat because he wasn't strong enough to lift something. Bucky came over, used that bionic hand. It was like, all right, here you go. Like
He
there was a
might.
lot of
Bucky himself might be. Was it? Which
Bucky's
hand is it?
right-handed.
Yeah, Bucky himself might be right-handed. The Winter Soldier, however, is definitely left-handed. That's the reason why he got the arm. He's programmed to mostly use that arm. So him not wanting to use that arm on top of being
Mm-hmm.
right-handed is because he doesn't want to sit there and constantly look at the fact that, like, yeah, it's a
Like when
constant reminder of who he was.
Like when Zemo scooped him up and took him to that Forbidden City, he had to act like the Winter Soldier. So when he had to fight those guys, it was left hand first, and he just had to look in his face like, God, I just want to kill you. Uh, Now we we need to talk about the Flag Smashers.
So
Okay.
everybody thought that these people were terrible people and terrorists, but for real, all you doing is just giving these people labels. When in reality, here's the thing: they've been here for the last 5 years. So you're
Mm-hmm.
moving these people out after they have just finally were able to settle and have peace and whatever else. And now you want to move the old, like everybody who came back. Like, why are you displacing the people that are already that have been there and have been and settled? You know what I mean? It's five
Mm-hmm.
years. You telling me after 5 years you're gonna make these people leave their homes? Like that's really fucked
Mm-hmm.
up. That's really fucked up.
I concur.
That's literally what fucking America did to the Native Americans. Literally.
What troubled me the most was their leader, Carly, because her
Shitty
plan really
Khaleesi
did.
vibes.
Eh,
Young
mm,
Khaleesi vibes.
okay, yeah, I
Toward
can
the end.
see that
Toward the end.
because
Young Khaleesi vibes.
because I mean, it's their plan really didn't have much of a no pun intended end game.
It
Well,
really
here's the
didn't.
thing. The idea was just to be heard and just to get the message out. And at the end of the day, I don't disagree with her, and neither the fuck did Sam. Sam didn't even disagree with her there because it was just like, yo, these people are literally being pushed out of their homes, the homes that they made home 5 years ago. It's not their fault that now all of a sudden these fucking people just decided to reappear. And at
They
the end of the
ain't
day,
decided
no,
to.
you should be finding places for the blip motherfuckers to go. Find
Right.
somewhere else for them to go because forcing people out of their homes was never gonna be a good idea. It was never gonna work. I don't know why they thought that that shit was a good idea to begin with. Why? Because most of the people in power were blipped. That's why.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why. I guarantee you, if it was literally, it wasn't no officials and whatnot, and they weren't blipped, I guarantee you, I can guarantee you that they would have just found somewhere for those other people to go
Mm.
who came back after 5 years. But because it was motherfuckers in power, they wanted to resume what was going on. And instead of telling them, nah, that's not how we do things anymore, that's just not what we're doing, they decided to try to regress back to some shit that just wasn't it. And so, of
Yeah. Put.
course, you're going to get pushback from people because you set the tone for this shit 5 years ago. You set the tone, you set the expectation, you put the shit out there, you put an action plan in place. You got these people together, you allowed these people to move into these homes, to these places and everything else. And now that these people have just, reappeared out of existence, you trying to give them back all the stuff that they had. Nah, they gotta start over. Make these motherfuckers start over. Cause guess what? You just got here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not fair. And I don't disagree with Carly's reasoning or feeling like that because at the end of the day, from her perspective, it's like, yo, we were here already. We never left.
I just know that Carly was starting to lose her followers at a certain, especially in that finale.
Once she told them we was we got to be prepared to die. Everybody was like, hold up, no,
That's
hold
because
up.
everyone is prepared to change the world, but not everyone's prepared to become a martyr. Because not everybody can think past themselves
Th-
when it comes to a situation
this
like that.
guy, this guy right here gets it.
Well, here's the thing. That's the thing about war. You got to know your soldiers. And since she didn't know her soldiers well enough, you know what I mean? The people who were prepared to die and prepared to become a martyr died to allow them to escape and to allow them to do stuff.
But I do have a question though. Did Zemo have a point when he when in his speech about why the super serum shouldn't exist?
Mm,
I think he kind of raised the point, and then on top of that, John Walker just kind of reinstated
re-
it. It was just like,
yeah, that's exactly what Zemo said. Is exactly what became like. At the end of the day, there was a reason why they were very selective. The guy who originally came up with the formula
uh-huh.
was
Cause
selective
it,
about who should get the serum because
cause
And
it,
the
it was a
serum just
it
makes
question
you.
of
enhances
character.
And exactly what
who
Lamar said to
you
him. He
are.
said power just makes you more of who you already are. The
Hmm.
thing
So
is,
if you were a dick
Lamar was
before you got
blinded by
power,
his
you're gonna be a
friendship.
dick after you get power.
Right. So Lamar was blinded by the friendship to not see some of the egotistical, some of uh, the condescension and microaggressions because he's known this man his whole life. So he's a little too close to the situation to be able to see it as a whole. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like he saw it, he just ignored it because they were starting to talk about something that happened during a war, and he was like, "Yeah, man, that was wartime." I'm like, "Yeah, but sounds like the war is still going on in one of y'all's heads."
Right. And he didn't even notice that. There was no like you get what I'm saying? And even he was like, "Oh, would you take the serum?" He's like, "Hell yeah, because we could have used that back in X, Y, and T and Z time." But at the same token, it's like, no, like
Mm-hmm.
y'all, neither one of y'all need that shit because clearly, like he said, power makes you more of who you are. He's like, you make good decisions in the heat of battle. Does he though? Like,
Mm-hmm.
does he though? Because he was ready to toward the end, he was ready to kill Carly and say fuck the people. He really was like he really like he the
Facts.
fact that he had
You
to
know, it's
think
just
about it, the fact that he had to think about it, the fact that that was even a thought shows right
so,
there he does not deserve to wear the Steve Rogers mantle.
Yeah, I also it also put a spotlight on just how you shouldn't idolize, how you shouldn't make idolize people so quickly.
Exactly. And here's the thing:
Because
they bought him out on a dog and pony show. Hey guys,
literally,
look at our new
yep.
pony.
I'm just
Look at
like
our
you're
new
si-
pony.
I'm like, you're
Dance, monkey
signing
dance.
autographs. I'm like, who are you? Like, who are you?
Did you even save anybody yet? Like what? And they
Yeah.
think just because he's a military dude that means that he's qualified. And I'm just like, no,
Side note: if I had the
no.
super serum, the first thing I'm doing is making thirst trap
Oh,
content.
let me be clear. I
You're
also
going
made a prediction, and
you're
I
gonna
was
see me
completely
on
right.
TikTok doing what Steve was doing in one of the movies, just sitting there prying laws open for no goddamn reason. I'm making thirst trap content.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
What were you saying, Neek?
I made a prediction early in the season. Um, yep, I made this prediction, and I was right.
What was it?
I said that Sharon was the power broker.
Yeah, I
And
they kind of
I
gave that
knew it.
away kind of quick. I feel like they gave that away a lot earlier than they think they did.
Yeah, because of the fact that y'all are in this space where all of these original art pieces are.
Hmm. And I'm just like, why?
She's
I'm like,
been
why
doing
do
all
you
this
have all
trading
these
and
things?
hustling. She has all this money.
And
Like,
the sec and the second she was speaking French, I was like, yo, she talking to that bull, the
hmm
Batroc.
but yeah. So okay. So for me, right? I saw that he was Bucky was definitely trying to get his life together. Um, I do appreciate that, but I don't even. I didn't think it was fair for him to put that on Falcon. Like that wasn't even fair.
No, it wasn't fair. I agree with that.
You know what I
But
mean? Like,
but the funny thing is, Bucky's life is Bucky's life to an extent is attached to that shield.
When did they make it known that Zemo blew up the UN and killed T'Challa's father?
Oh no, that's why he was. th- After they found that out in Civil War.
Did they? I need to go back and
Yeah,
watch this
that's
stuff.
why he was.
Cause I was
That's
like,
why. That's
wow, what?
that's why he was in
Cause he kind of
prison.
look a lot like Bucky.
Hmm?
He kind of looks a lot like Bucky.
Zemo?
Yeah, like without his hair being all smoothed over and combed over and shit with the gel. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry, white men look the same. I said it. I fucking said it.
Sometimes they do, Nico. Sometimes
You
they
ever
do.
notice that a lot of the young white cops they always have the same fucking haircut, that same dumbass haircut?
Yeah.
You know which one I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Mm,
Exactly. Exactly.
mm, mm.
Exactly. Same difference. So like I don't know.
I definitely think that something is gonna happen to Isaiah, and his son is gonna end up getting the powers.
Yeah, but like how is that gonna work? Because he was a super. Well, we've never seen that the super soldier serum is passed on hereditarily, but
No, it's not. It's not. It's not the super soldier serum is not hereditary, but it can be transferred through blood transfusions.
oh, so you think it might
Mhm.
be something like along the lines of like them like
Well,
maybe.
since now it's public knowledge that there was a black Captain America, there might be an assassination attempt.
So if that's the case,
No, because remember they faked his death, so they think he's dead.
Yeah, but look, eventually the truths do come to light in some circles. And now that we have Madam Hydra being introduced in Julia
Is
Louise
that who she
Dreyfus,
is?
yes,
Because I was trying to figure out what the hell are you doing here? Because she looks a lot like Tina Fey.
Elaine does not look like Tina Fey.
She does. I don't give a fuck what
No,
you say. She does. Because I thought that's exactly who the fuck that was. And it kind of made me laugh. They look alike. I don't give a fuck what you say.
uh,
Corey, I will pull up a side by side.
go ahead, pull up a side. I implore you to.
Okay.
I implore you to, because you
Hold
are
on.
wrong. You are wrong on that front.
How? How? Like I said, they all look alike. A lot of them look alike to me because Zoe Deschanel and Katy Perry look like they came from the same daddy.
True.
facts.
Won't argue that.
Wait, no, it's her. Wait, it's Katy Perry, Zoe Deschanel, and there's another one who looks like
Emily
her.
Deschanel.
No, I don't think it's Emily. It's another one. It's
The
somebody
one who
else that's
played
unrelated.
Bones.
No, no, no. It's another one that's unrelated though to either of
Mm,
them. Hold on, I'm
mm,
still looking up this Tina Fey John.
mm-hmm.
And what's the other chick's name?
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
Yeah, like they definitely look alike.
My God, they're so dumb. Okay, Nico.
Wait,
They
no,
don't-
I literally pulled
Sure,
up the.
sure. Okay.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Okadoko.
Boom.
Okadoko. Sure.
Hold on.
But
Damn, is there a way for me to turn around, like turn my camera around?
uh,
Mm-hmm. There's camera settings. Are you on your phone?
Yes, yes, I am.
Well, I don't know how to do it from the phone.
I got
yeah,
it.
I got nothing. They don't.
They do.
They
The
they
nose, the chin.
they don't.
They don't.
They really do.
Tina Fey has large elf ears.
Fucking knife here.
Like Tina Fey looks like a whole Karen. They don't.
They do.
Tina Fey
They
looks like
do.
she calls the manager on a regular. Julia Louise Dreyfus looks like she'll say, "I have a black boyfriend."
They look
I mean, that's kind of the same energy. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It really is. That's what Corey doesn't realize.
This
It's
kind
the
of
same
like that's
energy.
kind of the same energy.
All I'm saying is that's what I see.
Let me
So
speak to your manager, and I have a black boyfriend. Feel like the same energy. Like
they definitely are the same energy. You
it
are
has a
not wrong.
certain level of like entitlement to it.
Yep. Ownership almost.
Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. Fine.
But either way, you know what I
This is the
mean? Like
conversation we're having.
You can
Meanwhile,
trust
back.
me. I
Me.
know. I'm afraid of white women. I can tell you this.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
all right. So like during the episode, right? But right before the Dora Milaje, came in, you know, start whooping ass.
Hmm.
I was like, why is the black man always the one keeping the peace? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is it? Why?
Because
No,
at
you
the
should
end
just.
of the day, Sam was trying to get back to his sister and his nephews. Everybody else in the room ain't got nobody to go home to.
Well, it's just like, yeah,
Look,
but let
like,
them. They grown. All I'm saying is they grown. Like grown people
I
make
like
grown
Sam,
folk
the only
decisions.
one that got a real family to go back to.
he's
And
like,
you notice
Bucky,
how
Bucky got
Sarah kept smiling
Bucky got
at
an Asian
Bucky.
man that he hangs out with that that he didn't tell for the longest time that he killed his son. He was like, this is a nice friendship. Sucks I killed your son
I mean,
though,
I
but we're
did
not
notice
gonna talk about that.
how Sarah was smiling at
mm-hmm,
Bucky,
mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Nah, stay with my sister." And I'm like, they grown, so more than likely
Nah.
I
she gonna
mean,
ride the white wolf.
I
She gonna
mean,
ride the white wolf. Okay,
I
she
mean,
gonna say him right.
worst case scenario, Bucky can be like, "What you gonna do? Fight me?" He's like,
Exactly. You can't
"Shit,
even
shit."
fight.
Like, shit.
Can we just say can we put this out there?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Falcon
whoa, whoa,
can't
whoa.
fight.
Whoa, whoa. First off, he
Falcon
actually can.
can
Whoa,
fight.
he can fight. But look who he was fighting against. Quote
Nothing
My
but
guy
unquote.
was
shorty.
taking L's the entire literally Cat broke John Walker broke his wings and was just like fuck your wings.
Oh, you mean
Like
Super Serum John Walker? Yeah, I
You
guess
mean
he
the
could
fact that
break
he's
his
been
wings.
fighting mostly super serum people?
even before the super serums though, like these were just regular motherfuckers and
No,
he
they
was
were
getting his
not.
No,
ass
they
handed to him.
weren't.
The Dora
Nico.
Milaje are not super soldiers and they all got their asses handed to them by them.
Yo,
All of them.
first off, I honestly believe, so stop me if I'm wrong, I think all Wakandans are built stronger and faster than everybody else just because they were born around vibranium.
Okay.
In the Black Panther
Fair.
movie,
No,
Claw
fair.
uses
Fair point. Fair point.
yeah,
Fair point,
I'm about to say
Corey.
Claw literally shot at a truck and destroyed the entire truck, but Okoye was perfectly fine.
I mean,
Yeah, like
I was so here for John Walker getting his ego crushed and smashed like that. I was super
yo,
here for it because the condescension, the ego, like he deserved exactly what he got. He got his ass handed to him, and they weren't even
when he
super soldiers.
when he
They're
put his
just like,
hand on her shoulder, I was like,
I'm
it's about
I'm
to go
Captain
down.
America.
Is it just me?
Motherfucker,
Is it
this is not America. That title don't mean shit here. I don't.
right? She like Dora Milaje has jurisdiction wherever the fuck we go. Problem. She was like I felt like she should have said partner at the end because I felt that energy. You know what I mean? She was carrying
I
some
felt
big dick energy. I was here for it.
I felt Colonel Steak Meter from the Boondocks. Like, what you gonna do?
No, right? No, like yeah, exactly that. You know what I mean? So was it
Look,
just me who noticed that the A on his costume looked like a Masonic symbol?
a little bit.
Okay, I thought it was just me. Like, no, I'm not saying anything more than that. I just noticed that the A on his costume was more like the
Mm,
Masonic symbol.
but
Just so I know. But he couldn't win on
but
his own. He couldn't like he's not even a good fighter.
because you know why? In the first episode, he actually beat up Batroc. He fought like when he was going against a regular human, yeah, he can fight. But after that, it was super soldier, super soldier, super soldier, super soldier.
But you Cap. You supposed to be Cap. You talked all this big shit like you was carrying a big dick. Come to find out, you got a little Rihanna sausage.
John Walker, I was just like, yo, and now and
I
now
didn't
and
feel
now
bad
that
for him.
and now they're setting him up to become the U.S. agent. God, that's gonna be so weird. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna be trying to introduce the Thunderbolts soon as well. I wonder if he'll be incorporated into that. The Thunderbolts, the Thunderbolts were villains, but I feel like they're going to become more of a government sanctioned
Well, here's
Avengers, if you will.
all right.
Yeah,
So we're
so
getting into
it
like
feels
minute
like it.
41. So let's start talking about like the second half of the season. So like
Shit, we've been all over the place at
no
this
matter
point.
the suit, no, because you every time I was trying to make a point or whatever early in the show, you were like, no, we're gonna wait, we're gonna get to that, we're gonna get to that. So
I'm
let's get
sorry.
to it. So it goes to show, regardless of whether or not you got the super serum or no, you can't save everybody, and only because he didn't fucking listen to Bucky when Bucky was like, nah, chill, let my man's do what he do. He said, let my man's do what he do. Had he just let his ego and sat his ego in a fucking corner, they would have been able to stop all the bullshit, and his best friend, spoiler alert, wouldn't have fucking died.
Do you
Cause now he looks like a psychopath. So now you done seen your best friend just die in front of you. You don't know how to handle that shit. So of course you chase the first motherfucker you can find down. And again, he even the guy who he killed said to him, "I didn't even do that. Like that wasn't even me." And then you did that shit publicly. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
He is actually the representation of exactly America.
Hmm.
A white raging psychopath.
Yep.
That is the definition of like the face of America. That is on brand for America.
Mm.
So his ego and pride was already hurt, which is probably what prompted him to feel as though he had to prove himself as far as trying to take Carly down, to which was unnecessary because it's like, listen, we all got our asses handed to us by the Wakandans. Like, I'm gonna need you to get the fuck over that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, it is what it is. They're the greatest fucking warriors in the world. Suck it up.
But I'd say Bucky and Sam knew they wasn't beating Dora Milaje. They was just like, yo, make sure they don't kill anybody.
Right. They just wanted to make sure this motherfucker kept breathing, you know, because they wanted Zemo, and Zemo was like, slip right the fuck out while all the chaos was ensuing. And I'm
Of
just like, you
course.
telling me nobody thought to grab this little motherfucker because that's who they was here for. I'm saying, once y'all grabbed a hold of him or whatever, they'd have
Yeah,
just
just
been
like,
going after the
oh,
motherfucker that got him.
thank you, foolish American, for allowing me to escape. That's exactly how that was.
My man really did just dip out. He's like, looks like it's time to go. Do, do, do,
Then on
do,
top of
do,
that, I feel
do.
like for them, all right. So Isaiah Bradley talked to him and was like, "Yo, a self-respecting black man would never wear the stars and stripes of fucking Captain America." I don't blame him for the idea
Yeah.
because of the experiences in which he's experienced. And Sam likes to pretend because notice how he was like, yeah, I grew up in the South, yeah, racism, I get it, but and there's like no, there is no I get it, but like that shit is not a fucking game. And because he didn't experience that firsthand, and we talking about this was after World War II, correct?
Mm,
So at the end of the day, he did not know, he didn't experience what the world was then, and he thinks it's different now. And it's like, how the fuck is it different now? You got profiled by the cops in the very first and second episode. Not to mention you were denied a bank loan. Like my guy, I you not noticing a pattern here, and they didn't give a fuck about who you were either. The only reason why the cops stopped harassing you was because they realized who you were. You get what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Like that experience will follow you. So for me, he didn't, he didn't see it.
Yo,
He didn't see.
if Disney was really gangster, they should have played Jay-Z's "Still Nigga" at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, or just like, or just not even like the
Just the beat,
song. Yeah,
just the
like
beat.
my skin is black, like literally, like just cause like I mean
I'm not
that's why
black,
at the
I'm
end he was like still black.
Falcon.
Okay,
Okay.
cause that's what it felt like. Like I felt like he definitely like I'm sorry, but Sam and Sarah kind of gave me Terry Crews vibe when she was talking to him when they both. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I was getting Terry Crews vibes. Like, oh, nothing happened with me. It must be them. It must be those niggers. Like
Nico.
when he got the job at America's Got Talent, and Gabby was saying, you know, what she was saying or whatever, and instead of just backing her up or just shutting the fuck up, instead, oh no, couldn't be me, couldn't be me.
Oh man. That burns. Ooh, scathing.
Well,
Scathing.
and I'm all for, you know, black people are not monoliths. We don't all have to have the same ideals or whatever. I don't even blame Sam for choosing to take up the Captain America mantle. Honestly, I wish he'd have spray painted that whole fucking shield black though,
I
and and
kind of
and
thought the
just
Wakandans would have had would have gave him something with some black in it.
right. I was hoping like maybe when she gave him back the shield, like it would have been like you know something, but you know, because my whole thing is this: why didn't he just go to Wakanda and just ask them, "Can you shape this into something else?" You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I
why
mean,
is it that it has to be Captain America? You know what I
because
mean?
Bucky was the one who called in the favor. That's why. Sam didn't, mind you. Sam didn't even ask for that. He didn't even. He didn't even. It looked like he didn't even have intentions on fixing the wings that he had. He passed him off to the other dude, who in the comic books actually becomes the next Falcon.
Which makes sense because I mean that kid is definitely super tech savvy and whatnot.
Mm,
Um, but Sam, I will give Sam his due. As far and his credit as far as like making a point to really point out a lot of that stuff and what was going on or whatever, especially on national TV. And I think that's part of the reason why the response, and the fact that he saved them, the response was what it was. Um, but I mean, they could take the bump for the cameras and shit, but like you know what they decide to do from that point, you know, behind closed doors is really what's going to matter. Um, for a second, I thought that it was Steve who blew up that truck with all the super soldiers in it, and then I was like, wait a minute. I was like, and then when they showed Zemo in the raft or whatever with the phone call, like Solomon's done, I was like, oh, that was his man, it's his old ass
that
butler or whatever.
butler from the jet.
Right, and then I was like, oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
Like
I
Zemo
do
still.
like right, still got pulled. I do like that Sam did make his decision on his own without the external voices taking over in his decision.
Mhm.
Like him choosing to take up the Captain America mantle was solely his decision because initially he was like, nah, I don't think I want that. And like over time of thinking about and then also seeing the wrong guy take up the mantle, he was
Mhm.
like, yeah, okay, all right, Steve. All right, Steve. All right.
Can
Like,
we talk about that?
you know,
When they got the shield back, like when they fought John Walker to get the shield back, that moment when he was looking at him, he threw the shield there. Both me and Comic Boss thoughts were just like Bucky inside his now in his head is just like, don't let anybody else now don't give that shit away. Bitch nigga. Like he looked at
yeah, that was the look. That was definitely the look.
just like
Yo, the
Get that
one
shit
thing
away again.
there's two things I wanted to see though, just two things. If at the end of episode 1 when they announced the new Captain America, they had Sean Evans old Cap sitting watching TV like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like he just sitting there like, oh, what the hell? Come on, man. And then at the end, when
Right.
you see him in the when you see Sam in his suit and shield, you just see Sam's you just see old Cap watching TV like, there we go.
Yeah, sitting next to his wife, like, babe, look at this
No,
shit. Look at this
sa-
shit.
sadly, Peggy would still be dead though, because Peggy Carter dies in she dies of old age and dementia in Civil War.
Nah, but he went back in time to actually live his
The
life with
Russo
her.
He
the
went.
Russo
He went.
the Russos even point out, if you look at who was the pallbearers, there was one really old guy with gray hair that was supposed to be old Cap.
Hmm, interesting. But he
Yeah,
did get to spend like his life with
he
her,
did
right?
spend it. Yeah, he still did get to spend his life with her, and that was the important thing. He actually had a life,
Yo,
because
all right.
a
So
lot of
so
people.
I'm gonna throw out a hypothetical.
Okay,
What if he went back in time and then found out like she was just annoying ass, like she was just annoying ass bitch, and he didn't really like her, like, like yo, what if he went back like after all of that trouble he went through, whatever, and he found out this bitch wasn't even worth it, like, you
well,
know how funny this motherfucker would have to be. But see, that
that
was
would
the
be
first and only girl that he actually fancied. You know what I mean? Because he was still a virgin. It's like you're 100 and how old?
so that means it will be time for a new series, Captain America: The Fuckboy Years.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I would like to see a timeline there. I would like to see that timeline.
But
Being a
the
fuckboy in the 50s.
but the next one is coming out in June. I believe it's Loki. I'm going to be looking
Yeah.
forward to that. Meanwhile, hopefully Nico will check out WandaVision in all of its
Huh.
Easter egg glory.
I might actually like take a look at that while I throughout my work week or whatever. I may actually
Hmm
check that out because like I don't know the way y'all keep talking, the way the girls keep talking about Vision on Vision
Oh,
on Twitter.
You
Vishawn,
mean Vishon?
Vishawn's
Vishawn,
Get that
daddy,
shit. Get that shit
Vishawn's
straight.
daddy,
Vishon.
Vishawn's
Vishawn.
daddy. Yeah,
He came
I'm
in
kind of
there with
interested to see
the
what's
black
good. You know
turtleneck,
what I mean?
hand like this. Now, first one, cause me and Wanda don't talk no more. That's the first thing. In that old savory, we don't talk no more. I don't know what to talk. Just
but yeah, I would love for Neek to check that out, because we still as a collective haven't spoken on WandaVision, so we could do that in the future. Um,
Yeah.
our next episode is going to be our obligatory Star Wars show, because it's going to be around May the 4th. All
May the
that, May
fourth
the
be with
fourth be
you.
with you.
May the
But
fourth.
Revenge of the Fifth,
Revenge of the what?
Revenge of the Fifth, Revenge of the
Revenge
Sith.
of the. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm here for that.
I
Uh,
see where you're going
Again, we
with
want to
that.
thank everyone for tuning in today. Be sure to check out Amerime Junkies podcast, where all your podcasts can be found. Uh, Anything you like to say, Angie, Queen?
I definitely like to say a couple things. Tune in tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for Real Talk with Queen Nick. This week we are talking taxes with our special guest Kamari. Kamari with our special guest Kamari. Damn, I am. Oh, please don't stab me, Kamari. I'm so sorry because I can't remember his last name at the moment. Ellis. There you go. Kamari Ellis will be our guest for tonight, talking taxes and whatnot so that you guys
Good
can get
save.
your taxes together. Definitely tune in on www.queennick.art. It is going down. Shop Serpentine Fire. That's serpentinefire.company. Shop Serpentine Fire.
Mhm.
Serpentinemefire.company. Download our app today. Both platforms.
Uh,
Join the
um,
Demon Army.
He would like you to join the Demon Army. Follow
join the
him.
Demon Army. Follow me on Demon Engine everything, and yeah, get ready for the continuation of a series I did, which is called "Watch Me Get Folded." Part one is out on Twitch. Part two is out on Twitch. I haven't done part three because only then that will just make it well, a total of 13 hours. I've just gotten my ass fucking folded while trying to play Kingdom Hearts.
Getting folded like Sunday origami.
Fam, all types, yo, fam. Part two is called the folding.
Of course,
I'm gonna let you go ahead, Corey.
of course, you can always follow me on Twitch at SaltyLive215, and of course, be sure to follow Amerime Media at Amerime Media on Facebook and Twitch, and of course, the Twitter is still around. We're working on it. uh, Want everyone to take care of themselves and each other. Be well.
Mermaid Junkie. Oh, hey, sign off. Hello. Jesus, America, freedom, eagle.
Ah!
Hey guys, Demon Engine here, aka the Imposter Waifu, and if you like that video and want to watch more, be sure to check out either video that's on the side of me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you want some of this sweet merch that I'm wearing, go to AmerimeMedia.com and hit shop in our menu. Okay, bye!